So it is a very powerful and capable engine for the full-size SUV that is this Wagoneer. What's up, folks? Ethan here at Hunt Chrysler in Franklin, Kentucky, and we have our first Jeep Wagoneer here for a test drive. This is a 2022 Jeep Wagoneer Series III, so it's fully loaded. As you can tell, the Wagoneer is going to have really nice interior here. You've got this wood accent throughout just about the entire cabin. You do have two screens here in the dash. The center screen that's new for the 2021-2022 model year on all of the Jeep kind of luxury SUVs. So we will talk a little bit about this, and then we will talk a lot more about that here later on in the video. You can see this pattern continuing over here. You have a pocket for phones that you can either use your USB-C or USB-A charger. You can open this, have plenty more storage. You do have two cup holders, a slot for storage there, and then you have more storage behind this panel, as well as a wireless charger for your phone. You do have a full moonroof that we will open once we are driving. You have the ability to open and close your lift gate here from the front, and just a lot of control up here. So let's go ahead and start it up. You see your Wagoneer animation. So this is the screen here on the Wagoneer. You do have wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. And that's really nice because with the wireless charger down here at the bottom, you don't have to fumble with screens. And we are now into the point where you just hop in the car, lay your phone down, and you are ready to go. Over here to the left, you do have your heated seats, your ventilated seats, and your heated steering wheel. And if you turn on your heated seats, you can actively change the zone for those settings. We have noticed that this touch button is a little finicky. Once you realize about the right pressure, it's a little easier to use, but it kind of has a learning curve on how much pressure you need to apply for these buttons over here to the left. You do have adaptive cruise on this model, and so you'll be able to set the distance at which you keep away from the person in front of you. And then you have your lane centering here, which will keep you in the center lane while you are driving on the interstate. As you come over to your vehicle settings, you have your mirror dimmer. You can set down your second and third row headrests. You can turn on your passenger screen, and it's got a privacy tint to it so that the driver isn't distracted by that screen while they are driving. You can change your permissions for your screen for your passenger. While we are in park, you can deploy your side steps, or you can undeploy them, or you can pull them back in. While you are parked, you also have the ability to lower your vehicle to what they are calling entry exit ride height. This is a part of the Quadra-Track 2 system, the four-wheel drive system that has the air lift suspension. And as you can see, entry exit ride height achieved. That way, if you have members of the family or passengers that are a little bit more in the need of having an easier entry and exit of your vehicle, you have that ability. And then you also will be able to adjust the ride height all the way up to maximum, what they call off-road 2 ride height, and that gives you your maximum ground clearance for this vehicle. So with that air lift suspension, your ground clearance is going to be about 10 inches. You do have the 5.7 liter Hemi V8. This is actually the e-torque V8 from the Ram 1500 lineup. It's going to give you 392 horsepower and about 404 pound-feet of torque. That's going to be paired with the 8-speed automatic transmission. Now, this Wagoneer is going to be able to tow up to 10,000 pounds. That's a very good number for a full-size SUV like the Wagoneer. Curb weight's going to be around 6,200 pounds, and you're going to have a max payload of about 7,700. So that's passengers and cargo. So this should be able to haul plenty of people and plenty of stuff. So we're gonna hook up our Apple CarPlay and take a look at this passenger screen. All right, so we are sitting in the passenger seat of the Wagoneer, and this screen is going to let you be kind of in charge of the whole vehicle. If you think of your driver as the pilot, this person is going to quote unquote be your co-pilot, navigator, controller of all video and audio. You can do all of that from this screen here. You can see your different notifications, have a few controls of what the headphones are doing inside the car. You can pair Bluetooth headphones to these two screens that are going to be in the back. And then you can actually control your video settings for both the left side and the right side for the video, as well as connecting an HDMI cable. We're going to swipe over. This Uconnect system is going to have Fire TV, so you can actually set up your different screens for each passenger that has the availability. You can actually set up and see what they are watching at any given moment. And if you have your headphones, you can listen in and see what they are watching. This will be useful for any kiddos so that you can actively listen in and see what they are doing and make sure that everything is staying family friendly. We like the navigation setup here on this screen so that you can not only see what we are doing navigation wise here, but this person in this seat will actually be able to activate and use all of this while in motion. Usually this screen, the keyboard stays inactive while you are driving so that you aren't distracted, but this person in this seat will be able to control this and actively navigate. And so once it pulls it up here, you can actively send it to the driver. Once they accept the route, it will begin navigating and you will see the route on the screen. So this person here will be able to fully control the navigation settings from this screen and
You will arrive at your destination at 11:26 a.m.
add stops, add any sort of reroutes or anything like that. Pull it up from this screen and purely navigate while moving from this screen. So that's going to be really great and really useful for the future. There are plenty more options here. You can actively report a speed trap, and so this is powered by the Tomtom Enhanced Navigation, so that in the future this is going to update real-time navigation. As you can see, it actually keeps up to date and shows you gas prices, real-time weather, real-time traffic as you go. So that is extremely useful and something that this screen is going to be very helpful for. You can manage the devices inside the vehicle, and then with certain camera packages you can actually view the different cameras in the vehicle. This will be really helpful in the Grand Wagoneer, especially with the fam cam and the night vision, so that you can see all of your vehicle cameras from this screen so that your driver never has to pay attention while they are driving. So this screen is a very, very useful add-on, and we're excited to see it here on the Wagoneer. Here in the back you do have Fire TV, so you will be able to use the onboard Wi-Fi to sign into your Amazon account and use this screen as if you would a TV or a Fire TV, either stick or box at home, and this will act as a pure TV in the back of the car. this is its own screen and that is its own screen, and they will act independently of each other. And again, as we mentioned, that screen in the front passenger side will be able to see what each screen is doing at any given moment, so parents can keep an eye on what is happening back here as well. You have a 110 outlet down here. You have a 12 volt USB, USB-C, a little bit of storage. You can change your climate back here in the back, and these are bucket seats here in the back, so a lot of storage and a lot of room for full-size adults, kids, you name it, they can fit comfortably back here. With the bucket seats, it's pretty easy to come here in the back as well. These seats have their own sunroof, as well as having the ability to recline these seats. So lots of room for any passengers and plenty comfortable for either a full-size adult, kids, you name it. All right, so we are on the side here. As you can tell, we have the new grille, says Wagoneer here. We'll let you take a look at these 22-inch Wagoneer wheels on the all-season Goodyear touring tires. They are 285 by 45 tires. You have either the option to open your liftgate from your key, to open up your full-size room here and actually lower your seats from the back here as well. So this gives you the full range of storage here. And then you can press your button to lower your liftgate again. So, and then if you don't need your seats down anymore, you can actually press these buttons on the side to raise and lower as well. So we will get going on a quick drive and show you just how smooth this all-new Wagoneer is on the road. So again, this is the 5.7 liter Hemi V8 e-torque with just over 390 horsepower, 392. So it is a very powerful and capable engine for the full-size SUV that is this Wagoneer. So plenty of power and plenty quick for the weight of this vehicle. I said that it was about 6,200 pounds, so it's a pretty heavy vehicle and drives much smoother than it looks. As you can see, hopefully ahead, that you have a heads-up display that is going to tell you not only your miles per hour, but it will tell you what road you are on so that you don't have to look away from your driving directions. Down here you have the full customizability of your productivity screen in the cluster behind the steering wheel. This has the Macintosh MX950 audio system. That is actually the standard audio system in the Grand Wagoneer, but the Series 3 is going to have it as a part of its premium group. So this is going to be the sound that you will hear from the Grand Wagoneer. We do have our air ride suspension set to aero, which is going to be the lowest drivable suspension that you can use on the Wagoneer. You can change your drive mode easily by coming over here, and we're going to try Sport. It's gonna shift a little faster, hold you in gear a little longer, let you hit the higher end of the revs, and let you drive just a little bit more aggressively for that mode. The steering wheel is very, very tight and responsive. You do have buttons in the back to control audio, to control your volume, and the seeking for your radio. So we're gonna hop on the interstate real fast and give you a quick look at the adaptive cruise and the lane centering, and show you some of the intelligent features of the driver's assist modes on this Wagoneer, and then we'll make our way back to the dealership. So we have our adaptive cruise on. There is an available active driving assist on the Wagoneer and Grand Wagoneer, and that is going to actively center you within the lane. But the adaptive cruise in and of its own is going to allow you a little bit less attention, and as you can see, it recognizes that we've got a vehicle that is slowing down ahead of us, and we are now decreasing our speed to maintain the 3 car lengths of distance that we've got set for this vehicle. We do have blind spot monitoring on this vehicle as well. One thing I will say is that the heads-up display does actually tell you not only what road you're on, but if you were to navigate, your heads-up display is going to actively tell you where you need to turn at any point on your windshield and not just on the navigation screen here. So we will navigate to back to the dealership so that we can see turn-by-turn directions on the heads-up display. So it'll tell us that we are on the current road, and here in a moment I will show you where it tells us that it is time to turn.
You will arrive at your destination at 11:48 a.m. After 0.2 miles, turn left, Harding Road.
So the enhanced Tomtom Navigation is actually displaying on the heads-up display on the windshields, so that it is
turn left,
visible on the windshield rather than on just the screen here to my right. As we head back to the dealership, I just wanted to say how much I really enjoy driving this vehicle. It is incredibly smooth. The steering is very responsive. It takes almost no effort to drive this vehicle, which is what Jeep is after. This is a premium luxury SUV, and they don't want it to have really any fatigue associated with driving, and so it's noticeable. The suspension is incredibly smooth. The shifting on the 8-speed automatic is incredibly smooth. So everything about this truck just drives really, really well. And for the first big foray into luxury SUVs for the future, we really feel like Jeep made a really good first step. And we will see here later down the line, we have a Grand Wagoneer coming in that is going to sticker for around $110,000, and we will see just how well that does compared to this. So that's about all I've got for you folks. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit that like button. That's one of the easiest ways for you to tell us which ones you enjoyed and which videos to bring you more of in the future. If you have any questions, let us know down in the comments below. That way we can answer anything in that area, or we can try and do a follow-up video to answer any questions in the future. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so down below and hit that notification bell, so that once we get our next Grand Wagoneer or any more Wagoneers, we can do follow-up videos in the future and you won't miss it as we post them. That's about all I've got for you today, folks. So thanks for watching. We appreciate you taking the time. We'll catch you later. Thanks.